Of time. Alliances turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick.
Bad Rider!
Alliances turn to pick.
Needs assassin. Venomancer.
Radiant team pick.
Ancient apparition.
Radiant team ban.
No.
Alliances turn to ban. Radiant team ban.
Welcome everybody to another day of StarLadder TV. We're here with day 23, at least I believe it's day 23. I lose track every now and then. StarLadder, it goes on and on. Plenty of great Dota 2 games, but we've got 5 matches today in StarLadder Europe, and we're kicking things off with a bang. It's going to be Alliance versus Team Empire. Not alone for these matches today. I will be joined by a co-caster who I believe is unmuted now. Are you with me, Baseskip?
Hey guys, what's up?
Not too much, not too much. I'm like powering through, getting my second wind. I had a bubble bath during the break, and now I'm ready to go again.
Awesome, sounds good. I'm primed and ready as well. This should be a really good match. I'm actually really excited. If I wasn't casting here with you, I would be definitely staying up watching it, so yeah.
Yeah. Just the best of one, but that's kind of the beauty of the StarLadder system, is that you get to see every team match up against each other in just a quick match. And every match does sort of matter quite a bit, especially these matchups like Alliance vs Empire, because only 4 of the 16 teams actually advance to the LAN finals. So take a quick look at the grid, see where things stand with these two teams. Alliance currently first place with the most points, but they've also played the most games, so it is a bit deceptive here. They're 11-3 with 33 points. As for Empire, they're 8-1 with 24 points. So Empire, while they're behind Alliance, they've also lost less games. So in theory, they're doing a bit better than Alliance.
And we have about a quarter or something, I want to say, of the group stage left. So there's still a little bit of wiggle as far as those scores are concerned. But
Alliance must be almost... This is their last match? If they played... Yeah, this is their last match. Whoa.
Oh, it is, you're right. Huh.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
And if they win this, if you lose only 3 matches, I'm pretty sure you're... I mean, you're not guaranteed to be in the top 4, but you're more or less.
10 seconds
looking at the rest of the... Actually, looking at the rest of the standing, there's only 2 teams
5 seconds remaining
with less than 3 losses. Empire as well as Cloud9. So there's no way they wouldn't be at least equal third place if they win this match. So Alliance have pretty much almost secured their spot at the LAN finals for Kiev, which is a good effort. All right.
Yeah.
But we'll get ourselves into the draft now. It's Alliance versus Empire. Well, I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves if Alliance are already winning this matchup. This is Empire we're talking about they're going up against. Yeah. And this is going to be a tough match.
Yeah, and Empire have, I mean, we were talking about it just before the game, but Empire have an 80% win rate over 71 games on 6.80. So they've, you know, people were talking about their hot streak a couple of weeks ago, or I think about a week ago, which did end up being broken, but they've still had just a fantastic time on this patch. And then also, well, comparatively, Alliance 71% win rate over the course of the patch, but they've only played 38 matches. So the fact that Empire have been playing Join Dota League and TKO, while you know, which Alliance haven't been playing in, is kind of showing up in the scores, and I think it goes a long way to show why Empire have been looking so strong. They've just been playing so many competitive games on the version.
it really gives them an edge as well when you've got such a new version. At the end of the day, the more matches that you play, the better you're going to understand the version. It's not even necessarily like just practicing and scrimming. Like, I mean, Alliance are maybe playing scrims, but at the end of the day, official matches is where you get like actual real-world experience with new heroes, new picks, different trends and stuff, and that's where Empire are really getting ahead. Looking at this draft here, you see Alliance, they know what Empire like to play. They ban out the Dazzle as well as the Lycan. However, Empire do get their hands on an early pick Batrider. They get the support AA, something they haven't done a ton of, but obviously support AA, one of the big heroes in any scene right now.
Yeah, the engine apparition is huge, and I definitely thought the Batrider was going to be a big pick coming into the series. Both teams have been picking it quite a bit over the patch, and Empire, I think, with some really smart bans. Chen is actually Alliance's most picked hero in 6.80, and they've picked quite a bit of Invoker, and S4 has an unbeaten record on the hero as well. So
what a beast.
Yeah, he's 8-0 right now. He's doing very well.
Yeah. It's kind of like the Aki Chen. I mean, especially in the 6.8, you no longer have to ban out Bulldog, which was kind of the case back in 6.79. Back during the TI3, I was always like, you ban out Bulldogs here. You ban the Lone Druid, the Prophet, and then you have to deal with maybe the Wisp or some of the Batrider, but those were the heroes you kind of generally targeted. But nowadays, it seems no longer the case because the Lone Druid has been nerfed quite a bit. Nature's Prophet's still really good, and that's something where you look at the Eastern scene, the Chinese teams, they're still first picking Nature's Prophet, but Alliance have kind of strayed away from that, preferring heroes like the Nyx Assassin for the offlane.
Reserve time.
Yeah, it looks like it is gonna probably be an offlane Nyx Assassin here. I keep having to move myself out of the Eastern drafting mindset where it like could be mid Venomancer, could be offlane Venomancer. I guess that's not really the case. And then the other big thing, which I keep bringing up, is that there's no Shadow Shaman in the West. Like when I was looking over the stats before this game, neither of these two teams has really picked a whole lot of it, and yeah, that surprises me a bit given how much it's trending over in the East. But different scenes, different picks. It's a really exciting version to be playing right now.
Yeah. And I know Alliance watch quite a lot of the Chinese replays, like Loda as well as Admiral Bulldog's always in the Twitch chat, but Loda like really enjoys watching a lot of them as well. But hey, we'll see them. I mean, Alliance have always been very adamant about playing their own playstyle, and they've proved time and time again their own playstyle can be the most effective one. But for now, they've got one more pick coming their way. I imagine they're picking up an S4 hero last. I'll put Loda on a safe lane farming Doom and then have the Nyx in the off lane. But
turn to pick.
You mentioned like you could put Venom mid, you can put Venom support. This is a pretty versatile draft in general.
Yeah, they've got plenty of options. I like Empire's draft a lot as well. You've got Batrider who can move around, look for pickoffs, Ancient Apparition there to back him up if you need some extra damage, Spectre there to back him up as well if you need a little bit of extra damage, and already scaling pretty well into the late game. And I think they've also been, both Resolution and Mag have been running the bat on Empire, so and they've got a couple of options as far as that's concerned as well. The final pick for them could be mid, could be off lane. They've left things nice and open.
Yeah, the last time I cast him, it actually was a solo mid Batrider, but apart from that, generally it's Mag who plays him, but they do always, every now and then, mix things up a little bit, so they'll probably wait and see what Alliance pick and then decide from there, because they have the last pick. They have the advantage of getting first pick as well as last pick. They're also on the Radiant side. I guess that was Alliance's choice to maybe be Dire. Alliance obviously known for their level 1 Roshan shenanigans. Don't really have a Roshan lineup just at the moment, but hey, that can all change with this last pick of theirs, although I don't think they're really considering anything Roshan related right now.
Yeah, and I think you bring up a really good point with with Roshan. If you're on the Dire side, it's always nice to have at least one hero to be able to exploit that a little bit. And even if it's only a TA or a Shadow Fiend or hell, even just a hero that can buy a medallion, then it could be nice to have. They can pick up a medallion on the Visage, and they could look to do it with some max rank plague wards, but would be a little bit slow.
Oh, they go Tinker here, so
nice,
cool little pick. We've been seeing Tinker pop up more and more in the Western scene, like Bulba has been playing it quite a bit for Liquid, and now we're going to see S4, and he's played it once or twice recently as well, I remember. I don't think I casted the game, I think it was Zayuri who was casting that, but he was talking about S4 Tinker, so it's going to come back out. Not a hero he's known for playing, but a cool little pick nonetheless.
Just immediately respond with a Darkseer, so I like it. I mean, it's a hero that can carry both a mech and a pipe and not feel gimped as a result, so yeah, nice way to deal with March of the Machines. Alliance's draft is great, though. I mean, you've got March of the Machines to control the space. You've got Plague Wards going down as well. They're just exceedingly difficult to engage into, and that kind of makes up for their lack of push a little bit in some ways, because they can move in, control an area, and call it a day. So I'm excited. I haven't seen so much Tinker in competitive recently, so let's see how S4 does. I hope it's well.
Always a fun hero to watch as well. Just
Yeah.
not many heroes kind of match up. Like, I mean, it's a
10
very
seconds
unique hero and
remaining.
skill set, and nothing kind of matches the same flair as something like a
5
Tinker does.
seconds
You're right.
remaining.
It's kind of like watching a Meepo in action, like a really good, well-played Meepo. Except unlike Meepo, Tinker's actually viable. Like when you're blinking around, being annoying as hell.
Yeah, and
So.
just a good Tinker can be like, if somebody can pull off jaw-dropping performances, it always makes for a good cast. So
Yeah.
and S4, I think definitely up there as far as individual skill is concerned. So I'm excited.
Alrighty, well, we're going to get ourselves into the game. Myself, Gods, as base skip. We're covering the StarLadder Europe action for today, at least the first couple of matches. Not going to be doing all the matches today. I think Mort takes over after a few, but it is going to be Team Empire versus Alliance. And I like Bulldog. Where's Bulldog gone? He's tagged up as Admiral Rebel Dong, and considering it is the Alliance versus Empire, it's quite fitting that there is some Star Wars references in here.
Okay, that's nice. I think what was he yesterday? Was he Admiral Bulldonger? I think that was.
He's normally using various Twitch chat memes. Bulldonger, Bulldonger any variation of your latest Twitch chat meme is usually in his name, but this one's slightly better.
Bulldog's a man of the people, that's for
He
sure.
really is. He really is. Looks like Alliance are ready to get things underway, as Empire not quite ready themselves. But I mean, you mentioned you like both these two drafts, and it'll be interesting to see exactly how they pan out. I feel like Alliance, you've got a Visage, and you've got not the scariest looking tri-lane, like a Visage Venomancer. They roam okay, but they haven't really got a great setup or a great potential. Like ganking a mid lane with a Tinker there, you're gonna hit the Gale, otherwise you're not getting a kill. So I feel we may see Alliance just looking to get kind of greedy with their supports early on, farm the jungle a bit before they actually get them too involved.
Yeah, they do have, yeah, they've got a good setup to be able to get the Visage the levels that he needs. I mean, the Venomancer not the fastest jungler, but once you get some points in Plague Wards, you can go and clear a couple of camps and whatnot and just make space for the Visage. The nice thing as well, what we've been seeing a lot from teams recently is if you have somebody who can even remotely jungle, like a Doom, then once he gets levels, he can just duck into the jungle, start farming up, and if your supports are feeling a little bit underleveled, then that's when they can start to make their way back into the game. So, and I think that's a really big thing ever since we had the pull campaign. Just because you can really just non-stop pull and secure your levels.
Yeah, good point. But as for Empire, I mean, it's gonna be the solo mid Batrider. The Darks are in the offlane, so Batrider mid against Tinker. And how do you kind of feel this matchup goes for the Batter versus Tinker?
Don't think the Batrider has a whole lot of killing potential, honestly. I think the Bat's gonna get his CS, but I don't know. There's always the threat of just, if you're not at full HP when you go in on the Tinker, then you could just get blown up, regardless of whether or not the Tinker's going March or Rockets. And one thing that we do see some Tinker players doing is you go for your points in laser as per normal, but otherwise you just hold your skill points sort of up until level 6. So if you see a kill opportunity, or if, or if multiple heroes come and dive you, or if you see a kill opportunity, you can skill up Rocket and you can go for the kill. And if you pick up a first blood, it's well worth those extra points being spent and not having March. Or if you get, if there's dive, or you need to push out the wave to go and grab a rune, you can always put those points in March a little bit later on. So we'll see if S4 does that.
Alrighty, well, speaking of S4, we'll introduce our two teams here. It is going to be Team Alliance, the Swedish squad playing on the Dire side. It'll be S4 handling the solo mid Tinker. We're going to have Doom being played by Loda. Got EGM on the Visage, and then we've got the Venomancer support being played by Aki. Finally, in the offlane is Admiral Bulldog, or Admiral Rebel Dong, as he likes to be called this game around. And base skip, introduce Empire for us, please.
Nice. So over on Empire, handling the offlane Darkseer, we have Mag. Heading towards mid on Batrider, we have Resolution.
30
Silent is
seconds
going to
to
be
battle.
on the safe lane farming Spectre, already cutting down some Ds to help out his supports. get some pulls through. We've got Vanscore over on the Rubik, and we've got Always Wanna Fly handling the Ancient Apparition.
We get a Vanscore Rubik. That's always fun to watch. This guy is definitely a big playmaker. He's kind of like your equivalent of like someone like FY for VG Gaming. He can come up big in team fights with a hero like Rubik. Not huge spells to steal this game. Probably be looking for spells like the Nyx Impale, the Carapace.
battle begins.
If you can steal a Venom Ultimate, great, or a Doom, but not. I mean, there's actually quite a lot of good spells to steal this game. What am I talking about? Just no like big ultis, I guess.
Stealing March be super chaotic as well, because there's just until you realize you're taking the damage, there's just no way to know that it's the Rubik's March, so you can keep an eye out for that. And since I did all of my stats research before the game, because I always feel out of touch casting these European games, but Rubik is Empire's third most picked hero on this version, so they've played 24 games out of 71, and they have an 87.5% win rate with it, so they've been very successful.
Yep. Well, he's going to be straight down in the bottom lane, harassing Admiral Bulldog out of this lane as much as possible. They don't want to let Bulldog get any experience or farm out of this, and right off the bat we see Always Wanna Fly go with a straight pull. He'll look to double pull this through and just start getting some farm and experience for himself. Meanwhile, top lane Mag, he's been zoned out quite heavily himself, but he's going to get the Iron Shell down now, and this will be probably a level 2 for him. You can't really prevent him from getting any experience, right?
He's courier hunting. He's solo smoked.
Oh
he might get
gosh.
it. It's not taking the safe path. Here we go.
Radiant's
wow.
courier has
Courier
been
snipe,
killed.
no bottle for you in the mid lane. What a player.
That was just really smart. He saw the starting build from Resolution with pooled tangos and no regen bot of his own, so he realized the bottle was going to be coming out really quickly. May have even been counting last hits for the bat as that happened, and then, got himself in position. That's pretty much, should be a very easy mid lane for S4 from here.
Yeah. That's just as good as getting your mid hero first blood, even better, because the gold you get from that, not to mention that the Batrider just is going to struggle to lane. He can still, he's still full HP, but he's got no actual regen here. He can't even bring any additional regen. This is where S4 will just harass, should be looking to harass as much as possible with that laser, just because of Resolution's inability to heal himself up in the mid lane.
Yeah, you can see that S4 is holding his skill points at the moment. He's level 3, he does put 1 point in laser now, but hasn't invested 3rd point. So I think this is it's a little thing. It's a really smart thing to do as a anchor on mid.
Yep. Well, now at the top lane, he's managed to hit almost level 3 already, and your next assassin level 2.5 is going to rotate toward mid lane, so may look for a possible kill here. This is where Tink may look to got a 7 laser already, so he may look to get the rocket or 2 points in rocket. You see an Impale need. Bulldog will hit this one. Laser, rocket, they get the first blood. S4 getting the last hit, got the 1 point in heat-seeking missiles, and hey, he only had to commit 1 point to it as well, so now he can go back to the March if he wants to use that to farm a bit later on, and first blood going to S4. That's boots and bottle. This Batrider is having a really rough start.
Yeah, and if there were any complaints you could have about Tinker's, viability as a hero in competitive, it's probably just how farm dependent he is, but when your support comes and kills the courier, and then your offlane comes and kills the opposing mid hero to be able to give you that first blood, well, hopefully those concerns should be minimized, and S4 is on track to have a good game.
A bit unfortunate. This Batrider's had the worst luck though, like getting his courier hunted like that. Then it just had to be an invis rune. Any other rune, he's fine. Like even the haste rune, he doesn't go down there. It's just the invis rune that allows Nyx to get assassin to get nice and close for the right click, plus the impale. And combined with the fact that it just happened to be the lane where Empire didn't actually have vision of the rune either. Like their observer, they've got one up top. They actually don't have any rune vision right now. I'm not sure what happened to their other. Yeah, the other observer hasn't been running.
Rubik's inventory. So yeah, so they've been a little bit greedy. So they've had one support zoning and the other support pulling, and that's it. They just haven't gone and put down a ward. And that is a big reason as to why the Batrider died mid. If they'd known that the rune was bot, or if they'd known that the rune was an invis, then surely that doesn't happen. So.
Yeah, normally your supports would at least scout it out, because you can even see what rune it is from the high ground, like right above at that medium camp there. So every 2 minutes, normally you do typically see your supports either scout out the rune or go and just camp it and grab it themselves. But like as you said, Empire just getting a bit too greedy.
Yeah, they haven't blocked the Ancients either, so Bulldog can spend some time stacking things up for S4 later on. So Empire not that disciplined in playing against the Tinker right now.
No, not by any means. And S4 is once again saving those skill points, so probably see him get a couple points in March unless he can get another kill using the laser or the heat-seeking missiles. He has got another rotation coming in. Nyx Assassin nearby. He has hit level 4 now as well. Bulldog getting a lot out of this offlane as far as experience goes. Similar story for your Dark Series level 4. Has his Soul Ring recipe at base, but can't actually get that for a little bit. The Courier now back alive, so Resolution gets his boots bottle. He's actually last hitting just fine. All things considered, he got first blooded. He lost his Courier, but he's on par for CS with the Tinker at mid lane.
Yeah, and that's all the Batrider really needs to do, right? Pick up his farm. He's looking to stack the jungle a little bit here. All he really wants is to get that Blink Dagger. And once he has that Blink, he can start putting some pressure on the Tinker and get his own back sort of in the mid game. There's no reason to be trying to dive towers or anything at the moment, especially when Alliance have heroes off the map. Bulldog's been just wandering around in fog for a little while now.
Yeah, then it looks like Batrider's going to go into the jungle now. AA can kind of take over this mid lane, at least look to leech experience to help get towards that level 6, and it looks like that's what Always Wanna Fly is going to do here. Smart decision to make. I like this from Empire. Like, you can one of your supports mid who needs the experience, put the Batrider at least temporarily in the jungle just to clear things out, and then, hey, Always Wanna Fly gets himself like half a level of experience. Anything to get a little bit closer to that level 6.
Yeah, Ake's been camping over here. I mean, he got a D-Ward, and he's just been camping in the river for a little while now. Looks like he's probably going to be sticking around for the 6-minute rune.
Yeah, it looks like Empire, they've got Vangscore at bottom, they've got Always Wanna Fly at top. Which way is it going to go? It's going to be bottom here. Always Wanna Fly not needing to contest. Vangscore looking for the... Oh, he gets Bulldog to the cliff. Well, not a good place for Bulldog to be, and it looks like he will go down as well. Batrider rotates in, can go up there with the Firefly, should look to do so, does look to do so. Carapace is popped, the Impale not going to land, and double damage will help secure this kill. No way out for Bulldog. Nicely played from Vangscore. A bit unlucky for Bulldog. He didn't have the vision there, and Vangscore had the Observer on the high ground, so he knew exactly where Bulldog was.
I think it's pretty silly that they claimed that they'd fixed being able to vacuum and telekinesis people
yeah.
Up onto cliffs, but you can still do it. And for anybody, the Gale happening mid, so maybe we should hold that thought.
Yeah, and it looks like not quite enough damage to bring down Always Wanna Fly, even with the Gale plus poisoning. Ezreal gets cold feet up, and Silent, he's going to use the Haunt to come in. It's a counter kill. Really smart decision from Silent, and he thinks about going for a second kill, not going to commit to it, even with phase boots. His phase was on cooldown, so didn't want to chase any further, but Silent, nice use of his ulti, killing the Tinker there in mid lane.
Yeah, this is, I think, exactly the kind of style that Empire like to play with the Spectre. Don't just sit back and AFK farm. If you see a kill, you've got Haunt off cooldown, swoop in and grab it, and then go back to doing your own thing. And it's not like they're really missing out on too much bottom lane either. They're just going to come down and snag the few CS and a little bit of experience that the Spectre missed while she was walking.
And Batrider's got a Blink Dagger now, so he picks up a Blink Dagger, Smoke at the same time as well. He's got the lasso online. He's going to be looking for a kill here. Meanwhile, Bulldog at the bottom lane could be in some trouble here. Not going to get the kill, but Batrider TP's mid, so it looks like he wants to go for the Tinker with this. AA has Chilling Touch as well as 3 points in Cold Feet, so if he gets the lasso, it should be a kill. Whereas Solution pops a Firefly, there's your Blink Lasso. Keeps him in place, should have the Cold Feet latch, and S4, no way out of this one. He goes down, nice gank coming out from Resolution. Uses the smoke just to be sure, like he could probably get that kill. Actually no, he couldn't, there's a dire Observer on this cliff here, so that smoke is what secures that kill on S4.
Yeah, pretty crucial gank as well. 1600 gold up in the Tinker, so he was getting very close to his BOT.
2 deaths in a row, like quick succession as well.
Yeah, Bulldog's also missed 2 stacks on the Ancients in a row, so a little bit sloppy from him, and that is gold that should be going the Tinker's way later on.
Yeah, it looks like it can only be stacked maybe. Well, you can probably stack it twice more if you get it perfectly, but yeah.
Yeah.
If he gets the next stack, it should be pretty good. And Tinker, I guess, can't really farm it till he has his Soul Ring. He kind of needs that to go with the rearm to get that extra mana regen. And, well, for now, Alliance is happy to keep playing things as they are. Lotus picked up a Midas on his Doom. We haven't seen too much of him. He's gone for phase Midas. Picked the phase boots up before the Midas, but was happy to go back for that Midas. He got it so early on, and, well, he can go almost anywhere from this with this item build of his.
The phase boots are really nice, especially against the Darkseer. It gives you the damage to be able to get the knives even against the Ion Shells, and because Ake was off doing his own thing so much, especially camping mid, it meant that Loda could, at least in the Darkseer, out a little bit better by himself, which he couldn't really do with the straight Midas rush. He even picked up boots and then phase and then went back for this, so yeah, very build from him.
Well, Tinker going to farm up these Ancients here. Doesn't the song I talked about, but it looks like he just doesn't feel safe in any other lane, so he's going to try and farm this as best he can. Has another march in just a second here, so he'll clear off some of these Ancients, not the whole camp with this march, but it'll be enough to get his Boots of Travel, I believe. Yeah, the Boots of Travel will be up for S4 now. Look, he can actually restack this again at the 52-second mark, so he picks up his Arcane Boots, should go back down. No, he's not. Come on, Bulldog man. Missing a stack again? Oh well. But Alliance now, they're down 3 kills to 1. It's a small gold deficit for them, but Tinker's only just going to start coming online soon. Not to mention Loader on the Doom. We haven't seen him get involved at all. Normally your Doom, you hit level 6, level 7, you get involved. It's going to be a Baronet though. This kid's going all over the place. Catches up Bulldog in the bottom lane. Another kill going the way of Team Empire.
Yeah, things looking really good for Empire. Resolution had a tough start with his courier dying and getting first blooded. He's back with a vengeance. The Empire strikes back, I guess.
How many Star Wars puns in one cast?
How many can do? I'm sure we can find plenty.
I'm not much of a Star... I've watched most of the movies. I haven't actually seen all the Star Wars movies, but
Okay.
I know enough Star Wars.
I'm not going to claim to be a Star Wars buff at all. I'm about the
No.
same. Seen the movies, and that's about the extent of it.
Well, Tinker now going to finish off these Ancients, and Boots of Travel online. He's almost up to his soaring now after finishing those Ancients. TPs himself home and gives Aki the mid lane just to catch up a bit on levels, on fun. Get what I imagine to be an Arc Boots up, but maybe he wants to go for something like an Urn, a Medallion. They want to try go for that early Roshan, which Alliance obviously love to do, although they may not have the best team for it. As for Loader, he's picked up a Drum of Endurance here, so just going for the kind of aura-based items, gets himself some extra mobility, and this is a nice little pickup. Gives you a bit of extra mana pool as well, just especially if you're going to be using the War, which he's now got with the Devour.
Yeah, definitely. That means that he can chase better, get some more right clicks in. Just nice overall. I think people do maybe overbuy Drum a little bit in some cases, but you know, it's not the worst. It's definitely the worst item.
Radiant's
and
bottom tower is under attack.
looking for another kill mid. I think they tried to surge in the bat as the Ice Blast came in, but Aki backed off, so not going to work out.
Empire just still being so efficient. Like, they're stacking neutrals even at this stage of the game, giving... Like, Batrider, sure, he's got your Blink Dagger, but you want that 4-star, you want him getting towards his Boots of Travel, his BKB, whatever it may be, so they keep stacking neutrals. Also, just, it's farming levels for the support, so... they'll keep doing the stacks as much as possible, and that's something where I feel Alliance maybe have slipped. At least Bulldog not always stacking the Ancients when possible. He's gonna lift it up. Is he gonna get put on the cliff again? The Ice Blast will just miss him. And luckily for him, he picks up the Invis Rune. He had a Vendetta as well, so if he did get the Invis Rune, he could have used the Vendetta and probably survived that kill.
And speaking of Vendetta, we haven't actually seen a Vendetta gank out of the Nyx just yet. They do have the familiars online now. EGM's just managed to reach level 6, so we might be able to send those rounds, hunt with the Nyx Assassin, and look to pick up a kill.
I feel more surprisingly than the lack of Vendetta ganks is just Doom not being used. Like, Loader, I mean, he's farming fantastic, but he seems that Alliance's game plan right now is just to the laning stage. They're looking just to extend this laning stage as long as possible. Only now do we see them kind of group up for the first time. Doom is going to TP bottom. He's looking for that ultimate to maybe come into play. There's going to be a kill on Silent here. He's got Vanguard. This is not an easy kill by any means, but with Tinker as well as Doom, it's a potential kill. Intel going to hit. Silent now does get doomed up. He's got no backup anywhere nearby. No TPs coming as well. Silent will go down, it looks like. Tinker nearby as well. He's got the march and he's going to throw that out. So they get the kill on the Spectre. That's the first Doom all game, and it's a pretty big use of the Doom as well.
Yeah, and Alliance just going to very wisely back off top. One of the Plague Wards actually managed to spot Resolution out up here, so looks like they're not going to be able to get a counter kill out of the Batrider lasso, and yeah, things looking pretty good for Alliance.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, an important kill on the Spectre. Like, he's got his Vanguard up. He's actually picked up this Orb of Venom. I think Silence... This is something Silent likes to do on his Spectre. Just get this casual Orb of Venom just for that extra bit of slow and damage over time. But he'll probably go... Do you think you want to go Radiance this game, or do you go for a more balanced item build, like a Manta-style Diffuser Blade type play?
I think the Radiance is still really good. Ake can be found out. Another on should be another kill.
Doesn't even need a last. Yeah. This
Radiant's
Batrider is
bottom
pretty
tower
huge right
is
now.
under
He's got
attack.
Blink 4-star, 14 minutes in. Resolution's having a hell of a game right now. And Ice Blast's going to go flying bottom lane. They may look to go in on Loader here. Magnify as well. There's going to be a TP coming in from the
Dire's
Spectre.
middle
Drum
tower
going to
is
be
under
used just to
attack.
help them run away. Looks like they
Dire's
should be okay.
structures
No
are
chase coming out
fortified.
from Mag on the Dark here.
Radiant's
And
bottom
meanwhile,
tower
mid lane, they
has
will get the
been
tier 1
denied.
tower. So Empire, nice. They stole
Dire's middle
Familiars.
tower has fallen.
What a player, Van Score. I was talking about how maybe not the best game for a Ruby, but if you can steal Familiars.
Radiant's
Pretty
top
nifty.
tower is under
I suddenly saw
attack.
Familiars
Massage
right-clicking the
and
tower.
you
I'm
have
like, wait a second, isn't Visage on the Dire?
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't. I saw that as well. It didn't cross my mind for whatever reason. I guess we're both getting pretty tired. But
It's been a long casting day. 4-star in. They're going to get a lasso here. It looks like, oh, Tink's going to look to keep in, but the AI Splash should secure the kill. They get the first kill, and now he may even look for a second here. That's still taking a lot of damage, but Resolution gets forced back. Familiar's doing some decent chip damage to him, but nothing enough to get a kill here. Lotus speeding his way through the river. He's got 500 movement speed with phase, drums, as well as a Scorched Earth, and he even used a drum charge there, but not going to arrive in time to the top lane to get a kill on that Batrider, who's already healed up. Picked up an Ogre Club now as well. This Batrider is almost one of the... He's the most farmed hero on the Radiant side, but Loda is that by, well and truly the most farmed hero in the game. He's the 8.3k net worth,
Dire's
as
middle
he does
tower
get
is
first
under
on top.
attack.
Tinker TPing in to secure that kill.
yeah, what kind of build are you expecting out of Tinker this game? It does look like S4 is going for a Blink
Dire's
still.
middle tower
Blink
under
is core items to me on Tinker. Like, I don't think there's any scenario you don't get Blink on Tinker.
You're not a fan at all of the 4-staff build?
Dire's bottom
Instead,
tower is
Blink
under
to me is
attack.
just better in almost...
Too good for
like,
the split push, too good for the
Yeah.
finding farm on corners of the map that you couldn't get otherwise.
You
Yeah,
can
fair
just
enough.
TP into most like dangerous positions because you can blink into trees.
Except
guess
there's
against
a Batrider
it's-
and a Spectre, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I mean, it's true, but I think blink is just such a good initiation tool. And
Resolution looks like more kills mid. Ice Blast
Wow.
landed, I'm going to be coming in. Alliance on the way to try and help out. But looks like EGM's just going to take
oh, he
out.
misses the flame break.
Nope. Okay,
Wow,
never mind.
he choked it. The flame break. No huge loss end of the day. He's going to haste himself back to his own jungle, back to safety. Loader is actually on
Dire's
the
top
leading the
tower
charge here,
is under
smoked up. They
attack.
want to go for a kill here. This smoke was actually used some time ago. It's about to wear off, so I'm going to be a little bit careful. The Radiant Observer, it's just at the entrance here, preventing Alliance from using that one farming location.
And Loda's actually banked up a whole lot of gold right now. 3.4k for him, so...
Radiant's Doom, let's do it.
That's a Dota 1 pub build if I've ever heard it.
That's definitely a pub build. Radiance will probably be coming on the Spectre. That wouldn't surprise me, but
Yeah.
a Radiance Doom, that would surprise the hell out of me.
Yeah, Radiance on the Spectre is just always good, pretty much. I mean, I think you asked the question earlier when we got interrupted because of the kill on the Venomancer. But if you can farm it and sounds well on track, then I think you have to go for it. And they've still got so much map control left as well. Tier 1 standing in both top and mid. I think this is a perfect Radiance game.
Yeah. And Loda, he's revealed what he wants to go for. Picks up a complete pipe now, so pretty nice item to get, and a lot of magic damage with the AA. Even Spectre, a lot of his damage output is magic based, and Batrider, of course, heavy on the magic damage. So a nice little pickup to have against this Empire lineup.
Yeah, and it goes into that sieging style that they're looking for as well. Walk up, place down some marches, place down a bunch of plague wards, pop the pipe, just chip away at the tower, and again helps make up for the fact that they just don't bring down towers that quickly. As far as their heroes are concerned.
Yeah. Empire, unfortunately, they're going to completely misalliance with this smoke of theirs, and Spectre, vulnerable at the bottom lane, looks like may get caught out here. Needs to see Loda before Loda gets in range for the Doom, and needs the dagger. He will get the dagger off, himself a bit of extra movement speed. Immediate TP's coming in. Silent's going to be okay. He can hide under the trees here. TP coming in. Mag going to get burst down, though. He TP'd into his own death there. The AA Ice Blast. They get vision of Silent using the familiars here. Pipe being deployed by Alliance, but here comes
Radiant's
the counter gank.
middle
Batrider
tower is
will
under
be looking
attack.
for a lasso, maybe. Pipe gonna wear off shortly, and it looks like Always Wanna Fly may get caught out here if he's not careful. He's gonna go for the TP home. Impale comes in, that's gonna cancel it. Now he's gonna get brought down as well, so Alliance diving very far, not really getting punished for it just yet. They will lose the Visage by the looks of things. Lasso being used, drags him under the tower here. Horn coming in from the Spectre just to finish off that kill. Now the TP back once again. S4 showing up to the party. He gets the first heat-seeking missile as well. Cops a solar assumption. That's stolen by the Rubik here. March of the Machines being laid out, and with that, Empire do not want to be engaging into this March of the Machines. They'll back off, cut their losses, and say, well, that's all we can do about that one.
Yeah, so Alliance didn't get the Spectre in the end, which would have been a pretty big win since she's just about to pick up the Sacred Drop.
Yeah.
But they'll still get a consolation prize, still managed to bring in the Darkseer. He's picked up his mech, and looks like he is also going to be working his way in towards the pipe. And he's one of the very few heroes that can just go mech, straight pipe, and again, still be pretty much fully, it'll still have its full impact in team fights. So,
Yep.
I think this is a great build from mech.
He did look fairly squishy that fight, but in fairness, he did TP into like 4 heroes, so it could be any hero. As long as you don't have a BKB, you're going to die in that scenario. And well, Mag gets himself up to level 10. He's going to find an illusion rune here at the top lane. It looks like Batrider Resolution going to pick that up. Resolution has gotten a gem, so looking to get some more map control for the team here. Just going to try and deward as much as possible. He's getting closer and closer to that BKB of his. You mentioned it just not long ago. Silent does have the relic. 500 gold on top of that. So the Radiance is coming soon for Empire. If they get the Radiance up with a BKB on the Batrider, suddenly they pose a pretty big threat to this Alliance side. Alliance who, for the time being, are happy to group up, go for another fight, it looks like, towards the mid lane.
Yeah, and the gem is just so nice for keeping the Tinker scared as well. He has no idea whatsoever right now of where the Batrider is. Well, he's going to reveal himself mid now, but whenever the Bat is off the map, S4 needs to be very cautious. And they could always just smoke and wait for him to TP into a particular lane, so just going to have to be careful there as well.
Loader picks up a plate mail, so it's going to be probably a Shiver's Guard or even an Assault Crest out of him, but I think Shiver's Guard the more likely item pickup here. But we'll have to wait and see exactly what that's going to be. Resolution getting closer and closer to his BKB, just 1k gold away. Oh boy. And so far, a pretty low-kill game, but a very strategic game on both teams' ends. We've been seeing a lot of smoke rotations, a lot of attempted pickoffs, and most of Empire's players come through the Batrider. He's 4-1 and 2. He's going to go blinking forward, doesn't actually find anyone. Does get a deward here on the Observer that Aki just freshly placed. And that's a nice little pickoff for Resolution, even if he doesn't get any kills out of it.
Man, this tier 1 mid just continues to stay up. Always want to fly. Hasn't even lobbed the Ice Blast just yet.
Probably wants to save it as much as possible for a team fight. Blink Impel going to land on Bankscore, but no follow-up damage for the time being. Heat-seeking missiles will force Bankscore back. He's actually so low, he may just have to go back to Fountain. We may just see Empire give up this tier 1 mid tower. It's so hard to defend and fight into this March of the
Radiant's
Machine.
middle tower is under attack.
AA sitting at top lane. You've got Spectre farming bottom lane. They haven't got the Radiance, so if Alliance commit to this one, I think we see Empire just give it up, but it looks like Alliance aren't going to make that commitment. Doom going to venture back towards the top lane, to the jungle. EGM going to farm the jungle as well. He's picked up an Ogre Club. Probably an Aghanim Scepter. Normally you go for the point booster first, but I don't think we're going to see a BKB rush out of a Visage here. But who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I would guess not. But things get much better for Empire with these sieges from Alliance as soon as they have that Radiance up on the spec, just because she can actually pose a threat, pushing out a lane, threatening a tower, and push bot like she's doing, but 4 or 5 times faster. So that Radiance is coming out right this second.
And it's almost the same time as the Batrider BKB, which gives Resolution a pretty scary initiation. There's no way to really deal with him when he initiates in. Like Nyx Assassin, you can normally like walk in the Firefly, pop a Carapace, then lead into an Impale. That's no longer going to be the case with this BKB.
And the Hex on the Tinker is still still a ways away as well. Oh, and S4 TP's in, so Resolution's already waiting for him.
He's got the lasso. I don't think S4 even got the Realm up. No, he didn't fully complete the Realm. The Ice Blast's going to come in. That'll finish off S4. Like you say, he was waiting for him. He blinked even closer. Like, he just, like, blinked towards the Batrider. Didn't actually know he was there. And that's a big kill for Empire to be getting right now. Slow down that Hex as much as possible.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Empire...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Alliance, what can they do here? They posture a little bit towards top lane.
Yeah.
They don't have the positioning at all to be able to defend bot. If they TP heroes into the tier 1, that's just going to be deaths and deaths and deaths.
They TP 2 heroes to the tier 2. They're actually going to make a defense on this one, or at least an attempt. How it gets denied. Worth TPing for, I guess. Especially Spectre getting that gold. Suddenly he's picked up a Yasha and he's getting very close to a Manta style or whatever it may be. Rearm Rubik.
Rubik.
I don't think that's particularly scary. Rearm that.
Yeah, the mana cost is a little bit prohibitive, unfortunately.
I guess you can rearm your TPs is the main thing, but that's well, I don't even know if that's the main thing, but that's a thing you can rearm. Not a very exciting thing.
Yeah, nice side effect at the very least.
Radiant's middle
But
tower
he'll
is
probably
under
have to pick up a
attack.
new skill as soon as possible.
Yeah, 4-man smoke, Spectre revealed on the top side of the map, it just doesn't matter. Haunt's always ready to go, and Alliance are actually grouped up right at the choke. This could be pretty good.
They'll run right into it. Oh, there's no Doom coming up right at the back. Ipar's gonna get the pipe gets deployed by Alliance. Is this enough? The Spectre Horn is there with a Radiance damage. Loader gets returned. Doom. Vengskor managed to steal this one. They've already lost him. They're gonna lose Tinker, Venom, and everyone taking a fall. Only EGM left standing, and Spectre will finish him off. Vengskor, the hero of the fight, with a Doom steal, turns it around, and Loader was just almost like if he insta-doomed Resolution, maybe that fight goes a bit better, but Resolution managed to blink past Loader, lasso one of the backlines, sort of just split up the Alliance forces and win the fight for Team Empire. That fight was over so fast.
Yeah, Firefly plus, plus Ion Shell plus Radiance damage just melted Alliance,
Didn't even use the Wall of Replica.
Yeah, well, the Darkseer didn't get anything off aside from the Ion Shell at the start of the fight. He got straight up doomed, but just didn't matter. Alliance didn't quite have the follow-up damage, so
Dire's
great fight
top
for
tower
Empire.
is
Spectre's
under
getting
attack.
huge, and Loader gonna go back for a Vlad series. So another pushing item, but much more oriented to just trying to end this game soonish. And it looks like it's actually just going to be them trying to trade away their tier 1 top for Roshan. And this is actually great because I don't think they would have stood much of a chance to defend this tier 1 anyway. So
It's still like the Vlad's is just a weird option. Like you've got a Tinker in your draft. Normally you're not thinking like let's try and end this, or at least let's try and 5-man or push down towers early as possible, because that's not what Tinker's about. Tinker's good at stalling, playing for the late game, and that's where you got a Tinker on your team. You'll probably normally be thinking like let's build ultra late game items like your Assault Cuirass, your BKB, but getting up like a value Vlad's here is definitely a unexpected item pickup for Loader.
And this lack of vision for Alliance is such an annoyance. Right now, even Resolution, the only ward that they have, he's currently de-warding up on the top river. And Alliance, they smoked up, they drew a line down into the Radiant jungle, but that's just a complete guess as to where Empire are. They're all actually just sitting mid, so it ends up just being a little bit of wasted time for them.
Yep. Well, Spectre just keeps farming on his own. He's got that haunt back up. 2.2k gold now.
Rubik still has Doom, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's pretty nasty. That's gonna be there for another like what, minute or so?
It's
Maybe a bit
still
less.
only level 1
Yeah,
spell
but-
steal, so yeah, not too much
Not
longer.
even 30 seconds now, so needs to go Doom a creep or something before it expires. Get your value out of that Doom.
Yeah, just for funsies.
You've got the mana for it, may as well. Just throw Alliance for a loop. It's gonna wear off now, so unfortunately we won't see another Doom coming out of him. But hey.
But Alliance just trying to, well, I guess doing what they can, just spamming out waves with the Tinker, grabbing what farm they have available, but I don't know if this game dragging on bodes very well for them. Another item on the Spectre is going to be big trouble. And if the Darkseer ever gets to an initiation item as well, it means that Loader's just not going to be able to walk up and doom him. There's going to be a blinking or force staffing Darkseer, and that means he's more than likely going to be able to drop his spells.
Well, considering he's already got the mech and the pipe, that blink is only like what, 3 or 4 minutes away. If the game continues as it's doing, even without Empire winning a fight, he can find what little farm he needs in the jungle and all over the map. And Wisdom of Light picks up just some casual treads on A. Okay. Bit of an interesting choice. Normally if you want the extra survivability, you go for like a 4-staff, but no Ags anywhere in sight for Wisdom of Fly. I think Empire just say, look, we're not getting an Aghanim Scepter this game. We're going to try and just win without one. Not that an Aghanim Scepter is that essential for them.
With how quickly they've been winning these fights and killing off heroes, I don't know if the extra duration is... It feels like the extra duration might just end up being a bit of a win more here. And they're also putting the Rubik in the 4 position just because fans go stick nasty on it.
They put out Load in the mid lane. There's going to be a TP coming in from the Tinker here. Load is taking a lot of damage here. The vacuum, the wall catches out everyone. Alliance going to absolutely melt. Batrider is still on the chase. He wants S4. EGM further along. He's left standing as well. The Ice Vortex going to slow him back down a bit, trying to TP out. Don't think he'll be able to get out in time. Does not. Only Admiral Bulldog left standing. He managed to TP his way home, but 4 for nothing. And Rubik, this time around, steals an Impale. He's finding big spells every
Dire's
single
middle
fight.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, and everybody got vacuumed and then just disappeared in the Ion Shell Firefly Radiance damage. And
Yeah.
no response whatsoever from Alliance there. So this is looking a lot like Empire's game. And it's worth noting that they weren't actually that far up on
Dire's
gold,
middle tower
but
has
they're
fallen.
a long way up on experience. So the Midas and the Devourer has put Loda in a really good spot, but he just hasn't really been able to do that much with it, in all honesty.
Yeah, farm-wise, Loda is, making this game look a lot more even than it really is as far as the gold goes. But you look at where the gold's gone, and that's where Loda is actually not that scary. He does not look like he's the top net worth hero in the game when you click his items. Like, sure, he's got lots of farm, but it's all spread across these aura items, which aren't really winning Alliance teamfights on their own. You need heroes to go with this, do damage, and benefit from these auras. And a hero like Tinker doesn't really care about auras in general. That's where their two position, their second most farm hero, doesn't benefit from these auras, and that's where it's kind of curious that Luda went for all these heavy aura-based play.
Yeah, the Vlad seems a little bit strange, and Loda's now gonna pick up a Blink Dagger, so looks like Alliance just sick of being the ones initiated on. They're gonna see if they can be the initiators this time around, and Bulldog already scouting out a little bit, finds Silent bottom lane.
Yeah, pops a Carapace, that'll step in, and Hell does get full stuff further away. The Doom comes in from Loda with a blink. I don't know if they can definitely kill Silent. Yeah, they'll get him with the Vision coming in as well. Batrider now, BK beat up. He's gonna fly off the cliff. It looks like Rubik keeping in. He's using Impale. Once the vacuum, the wall comes out again. The Spectre with an ultimate, he fought back. He's gonna just destroy Alliance by the looks of things. Bulldog's now on the run. He's gonna look to TP out. The Ice Blast is gonna be off the mark, but it's Loda who goes down. TP coming from Ake. Is there a lift? He's gonna get just out in time. Bulldog and Ake both surviving on no HP, but GG's called!
GG!
Empire! 31 minutes in, I think Alliance suddenly realized, like, how do we actually beat this Spectre? We don't.
Radiant
That's the answer.
victory.
Empire continue to look extremely strong on this version.
Yeah. This is the team to beat in the current 6.8 pat in general in the Western scene. Like, to me, Empire, they're not like looking as unbeatable as they